I bet you can
What?
squeal.
Oh.
Squeal now. Squeal. Squeal.
Number 7.
They go too
Scientology's
far.
Closet.
Hey guys,
guys,
it's Loud
Loud
Guys.
Guys.
Today we are going to watch South Park's
Park.
10 episodes that almost got the show cancelled. So these are going to be very hilarious and they're going to be very, very dark because they just got the show almost cancelled. And also the thing is, like, this is our first time watching South Park. So
I don't have any idea about this South Park.
so she has,
But he just told me that it's like a Family Guy.
yeah, Family Guy is also a cartoon show making all those jokes. And South Park, I think the South Park just takes it a level more dark.
More dark. I was
because-
expecting the little lesser one.
No, you will see kids doing very weird stuff and all these things. So it is very, very hilarious. So let's see what are those 10 episodes. So let's start the video.
Jesus, all we're asking to do is bring Muhammad to our town for like an hour.
My son, much has changed since you were last here.
All
South
gods are
Park's
there.
consistent effort to offend everything and anything through the years has made the show virtually uncancelable. And they pushed that very close several times. Why don't we check out 10 South Park episodes that almost got the show canceled.
Wow.
Number 10. Shit.
So guess what they're gonna say tonight on that show drama? What? No, come on, guess. They're gonna say something that's never been said on television. What?
What?
You'll never guess. What? Guess. God damn it, Carmen. What are they gonna say on drama? You ready? Tonight, on Cup Drama, on TV, they're gonna say they're gonna say on television? You can't say on television.
Hearing the word on TV isn't that big of a deal nowadays, but in 2001, when this episode hit the dumb box, the FCC was not happy about it.
Where you
Oh,
going, Kyle? I'm going to the kitchen. This is stupid. Well, you're gonna miss it. They're gonna say and you're gonna miss it. I don't really give a
Shit is one of the famous 7 words forbidden on TV since
Oh.
TV's a thing, and
Oh,
South
really?
Park wanted to address that nonsense.
Oh, and Mitchell, you've got some on the side of your mouth right there. Oh, yeah, no, thanks.
They did it.
Can't believe they actually said it. Dude, you missed it, Kyle.
And oh boy, they went full in on the joke. The episode is practically committed to saying the word so many times that it loses all its shock value.
What has such lovely
Yeah, too bad I don't have for cash right now.
Looks like the weather might turn.
Oh, I don't really give a I've done enough outside today.
they have one dialogue.
It works. Shitty but brilliant script totally goes to by including the word anytime it can.
This sucks. Now that it's out, it isn't fun to say it anymore. Yeah, they've taken all the fun out of We're gonna have to start saying other bad words like
In the end, the episode said a whopping 162 times.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
And now back to Mush TV.
My God, sir, what have you unleashed upon the world?
I didn't know. I can't follow this storyline at all.
Number 9, Virgin Mary's ass.
The state has sent over somebody to talk to you all about the dangers of drunk driving. Please welcome Stan's dad.
oh Jesus.
When Randy goes through his alcohol abuse era, his complete lack of self-discipline and control turn him into the caricature of an alcoholic.
Did you go to your AA meeting?
Yes, they're the ones that told me. I thought I could just quit drinking on my own, but it's an illness, son. I have to admit that I'm powerless to this terrible disease.
And the AA meetings he goes to convince him of having a disease, further strengthening the illusion of needing a higher power to save him.
It's not religious. You just have to admit that there is some kind of God which has power over you and turn your life over to that God and ask him for forgiveness. That's the
Okay.
12-step program, not religion.
Now in this mental state, he easily succumbs to the fantasy of the recently appeared Bloody Mary statue, which works miracles in a very unorthodox way.
The statue of the Virgin Mary has started to bleed out its... As news of the miracle spreads, hundreds are expected to show up here at the church.
This unholy depiction enraged the Catholic community so much that the Catholic League demanded an official apology and a banning of the episode. But of course, that didn't happen.
She's beautiful.
A few moments later.
Oh my god.
Not going to drink this. I'm not going to drink this!
They even dropped in a cameo of Pope Benedict XVI to further agitate the blood. We mean, the waters.
This wouldn't have been possible in India.
Number 8, sexual violence.
The Chinese are very real. We gotta do something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I'm not doing this. Kyle, you're supposed to tell Cartman he's being racist or something?
Considering the racist undertones of this episode's main plot, this time it was the graphic nature of the images they showed in the subplot that got him into trouble.
We all have to move on. Move on? Our friend was right, Stan. He was right. And we all stood there and did nothing. There was nothing we could do, God.
We We thought something serial was going on with one of the kids, until we discover what they're actually talking about.
Get out of here! We can't just leave! Come on! Oh, it's horrible! Why are they doing this? They're just taking Indiana Jones and they're raping it!
Yep, they were talking about the 4th installment of Indiana Jones the whole time. And Indy's the one who was manhandled.
Look out, Indy! It's Steven Spielberg and George Lucas!
Well, hello there, Indiana.
No!
Indy, don't stop! Rain!
Imagine how much you have to hate a movie to perceive they're doing this to one of your all-time favorite characters.
Well, Indiana Jones. You're looking nice.
There you go, Lucas. Stick on to do it right there. All right.
Grab his hands.
They went a bit too far, even for today's standards. And the worst thing about this, the 5th movie.
I bet you can
What?
squeal.
Oh.
Squeal now. Squeal. Squeal.
Number 7.
They go too
Scientology's
far.
Closet.
But what do I have to do?
Have you heard of Scientology? It's all based on the book Dianetics. A lot of really cool people are Scientologists, like Tom Cruise and John
Scientologists?
Travolta.
When South Park showcased the church's Scientology, they simply went beyond anything anybody could have expected.
All began 75 million years ago. Back then, there was a galactic federation of planets, which was ruled over by the evil Lord Xenu.
Xenu.
Wait, what? That's right. They showed the whole world the crazy truth behind this pseudo-religion and all their bullshit they try to sell to people trapped in it.
Frozen alien bodies were loaded onto Xenu's galactic cruisers.
What?
Cruisers then took the frozen alien bodies to our planet, Earth.
By this point, they weren't even joking. They just presented the actual beliefs they impart after getting all the material from real-life sources.
The souls were taken to a huge soul brainwashing facility. There, the souls were forced to watch days of brainwashing material, which tricked them into believing a false reality.
Long story short,
What?
the church was mad and wanted to sue the creators who foresaw this and erase their names from the ending credits.
Sue you!
What?
Yeah, you think you can say our religion is a lie? We'll sue you, buddy!
You told me it was a lie!
Oh, now you're putting words in my mouth!
As if that weren't enough, the episode heavily implied that Tom Cruise, an actual Scientologist, was a closeted gay. The guy got so angry he even tried to sue him.
Mr. Cruz, come out of the closet.
A few moments later.
Tom Cruise, John Travolta, and R. Kelly have all come out of the closet!
Number 6. Strong women.
This is the first year that a trans woman is in the competition. How do you feel about that?
Amazing. I feel honored to be a part of history. I have a lot of incredible trans friends who are athletes.
Everything regarding the movement of biological men who feel they belong in a different body and transition to women is a touchy subject.
Have you actually ever met Heather Swanson?
No, I've never competed against her before, no.
She's not exactly your average trans athlete.
Well, what is an average trans athlete?
Although the show had been deemed transphobic on several occasions, the truth is they're just exaggerating to get those balls rolling. I mean, the conversation ball. Let's forget it.
I can't tell you how free I feel now that I've started identifying as a woman. Now that I can compete as female, I'm ready to smash the other girls.
Controlling
As far
his
as the
fee or
conversation
something.
goes, it's not easy to admit an opinion without being categorized or getting an incendiary reaction. And that's exactly what this episode tries to show.
I guess she just started identifying as a woman a few weeks ago. Doesn't really seem fair.
Just don't. You'll upset the PC babies.
Whatever your stance is, you're gonna bother the PC babies and get immediately labeled. So, what can you really do?
You got a problem with me? Because it's starting to seem like you have a problem with me.
Look, why don't you just get out of here?
Ooh, sounds like someone here is a transphobe.
The episode doesn't seem to provide a clear answer this time. We guess they just upset everybody equally as the conversation got less hairy. Come on.
Yeah, no shit, because you went through puberty as a male, so your body's completely different.
And that's exactly what a transphobe would say.
Number 5. The N-word.
Oh, I've seen this
I
clip.
know it, but I
I'm
don't
not.
think I should say it. Nick!
It was naggers.
Naggers.
15 years ago, most of those PC babies weren't even born. That's why the reception of this episode was somewhat different.
Token, my dad wasn't trying to be offensive. Just forget about it.
If you really think it's not a big deal, then you really are ignorant. That's all. I'm not fighting anybody.
Whites win!
That episode included the N-word 43 times, and although it pissed some people off, the conversation lightened up a bit. We mean...
Mr. Marsh, you need to take time to understand African American culture. Visit black museums, see black performers and artists. I will. I'm really down with African Americans.
The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People even praised this episode, saying, "It was a good example of how it felt to be called the N-word."
Ryan, get a picture of Mr. Marsh apologizing. Ready to go, sir.
What?
Kiss it. Huh? Apologize.
Not only that, but the episode also called out famous people who infamously used the word to portray him as more ignorant than a band of rednecks. You know, subtly.
Huh? That's the guy from Seinfeld used the N-word a whole bunch of times.
Michael Richards? Well, son of a...
In the end, and despite the First Amendment, the Supreme Court banned the use of that nasty and divisive terminology for good.
All those in favor to ban the term nigger guy? Aye. Opposed? Nay. The motion is passed.
Number 4, mocking all religions.
Oh, I've got a trick for you to learn. I can show you how to make your true self appear. If you look through David Blaine's incredible book, you'll find a lot of life's answers. Let's read some of the book together, shall we?
TV celebrity and magician David Blaine has gotten out of control with his dark magic and his religious sect, which is none other than a commentary on Scientology.
Whoever gets the most people to gets a prize.
Kyle, I'm starting to think that this is a really bad idea. I'm not Kyle. I'm Butters. I thought you were Kyle. No, I'm Stan. You're Stan? Where's Kenny?
When all the kids fall into Blaintology and gradually lose their identity, they know they need help, so they turn to their old pal.
Hi, Jesus.
Jesus.
It's me, Stan Marsh.
Of course I know you, my child. Come in.
I read in the Bible that you perform miracles too. He's gonna get more followers and it will be impossible for me to get Kyle out.
Then let's go.
But Jesus' magic ain't nearly as strong as Blaine's, so he needs to get some high-level help. He needs his super best friends.
Oh my
Get the help of all
god.
the super best friends. Buddha, come in.
Super best
Buddha.
friend.
This is Buddha Jesus. Go ahead. Buddha, we may have a problem. As fast as you can.
Come, Stanley.
And that's how they manage to offend all religions at the same time by showing their deities as cheap spin-offs from DC superheroes.
Buddha, with the powers of invisibility.
Muhammad, the Muslim prophet with the powers of flame. Krishna,
Huh?
the Hindu deity.
Oh.
Joseph Smith, the Mormon prophet. Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism, and Seaman.
They even got away with showing the Muslim prophet
Seaman.
Muhammad next to Moses with zero
Seaman.
real-world
Seaman.
consequences. But that would change
Seaman.
some years later and
Seaman.
cause this episode to be
No,
banned
they were actually saying
retroactively.
Moses, scan this tape. Can you tell us the source of Blaine's power?
Give me the information.
Wow, the Moses.
Number 3, the Muhammad problem.
Huh?
What the hell is going on this time? I have no idea.
A cartoon is about to air on American television
Oh.
with the Muslim prophet Muhammad as a character.
Now, why was it cool to show Muhammad in a 2001 episode, but suddenly 5 years later it becomes a massive taboo subject?
Stanley, Muhammad is sacred to the Muslim people. Ever since those cartoons in Denmark, the rules have changed. Nobody shows an image of Muhammad anymore.
Which cartoon is it?
As Randy briefly mentions, a Denmark paper published some depictions of Muhammad that angered the Muslim community and led to protests and threats around the world.
What is
What
the
cartoon would
protest
be so
about?
insensitive as to have
Some
Muhammad as a
cartoons were
character?
published
Who do you
about the
think?
prophet.
Cartoon that's always pushing buttons with their careless toilet humor. Family Guy.
Well, the American people just decided to bury their heads in the sand and wait for the worst, as Cartman and Kyle engaged in a cartoon war against Family Guy to avoid disaster.
Dad, I don't want to bury my head in the sand.
It's the best way, Stanley. Did you eat your fruit roll up? All right, now get your head in the hole.
Dad, this is stupid.
Stanley, there's no time for your immaturity. Do it.
The conversation about freedom of speech versus censorship is pushed to the limits of reality as Comedy Central, South Park's actual network, censors the episode.
Oh, it did censor the episode. Oh.
What?
And just like how they always seem to do, South Park ended up with
in
a
this
meta
episode the
prediction of
prophet
future,
gave it.
and these
So
couple
they
of episodes were
removed
banned
the
forever.
You censored out
part.
the image of Muhammad in our television special! You guys know the rules. Nobody can show the image of Muhammad anymore. It's dangerous.
But you ruined the whole show.
Number 2, the Muhammad problem. Again.
Again. Oh, there he is. All are super best friends.
Muhammad.
4 years later, South Park wanted to celebrate its 200th episode with a journey through its own history, including all the celebrities they offended through the years in one double episode.
Thank you all for coming. Shockingly, I've just been slandered once again in the town of South Park. Something I know you all can relate to. Oh, sure can.
The thing is, they wanted to test and push the limits again by trying to make the Muhammad thing a central issue.
Oh.
Again.
Jesus, Francis, all we're asking to do is bring Muhammad to our town for like an hour.
My son, much has changed since you were last here.
Plot aside, they try to force the inclusion of the character, even arguing that they had done it before and nobody seemed to care.
Oh, and what? And he was just out in the open where everyone could see him and nobody got bombed?
No, dude, it was totally fine.
Muhammad showed up and there was no violence at all.
Well, giant John Wilkes Booth shot Abraham Lincoln.
But things got tense again, and the creators even received death threats from Muslim extremists.
Oh my god, it is so thin rope they have to walk.
Oh, thank God. Hey, Muhammad. Really sorry about all this, dude.
So, once again, Comedy Central decided to completely censor out Muhammad from this episode, proving what Kyle says here.
It was because of the magical power of threatening people with violence. That's obviously the only true power. If there's anything we've all learned, it's that terrorizing people works.
Today, both episodes are being banned everywhere.
The only true power is violence.
And number one, absolutely banned
Absolutely banned in
We could grow
China.
the family business by selling integrity to the Chinese. I did a little research. Turns out there's a lot of people in China.
Randy flies to China with the hope of capturing that market and taking his weed business right there. But he finds everyone had that exact same idea.
Who else wants to go to China and get some of their money? Oh, for crying out loud.
He's too stupid to realize he's breaking all these Chinese laws by getting his product and is immediately sent to jail.
What is this, sir?
Oh, that's weed. Marijuana.
A few moments later.
Not allowed, bro.
Luckily for him, Mr. Mouse is there to intercede and help him make a deal with the Chinese government. One that'll spread American integrity. The rare Rifers enraging the Chinese government up to the point of an effective and absolute ban on the series in the country. Even prohibiting access to it anywhere online.
Right here in Mother China. All hail to hail.
You can even find online a mocking apology the creators wrote, heavily implying they don't give a flying poo about China and their market.
Oh boy, that thing has really got standing in for China.
That's it, hard scared.
They go too far.
In fact, they are extremely.
I think so. This show will never be allowed in India, you know.
No, it's
and
like
there will
very
be a lot of
offensive, man.
because we do not make fun of religions that much, and there were 2-3 times where only Prophet Muhammad was made fun of, and we know how hard it is if you make jokes on them.
But why they are only targeting Muhammad for
No,
this?
not only them, no, there were other gods also.
Yeah, but they are specifically they were targeting because they know that the people are hurting from this.
No, I don't think so. They were specifically targeting. They were specifically targeting because they know they are getting, they were again and again threatening them. And how can you do that? And I have seen that with these guys, even with Charlie Hebdo case, there was a case, this magazine that published the cartoons of Prophet Muhammad.
Oh.
So what they do is they make fun cartoons and very
Fun cartoons of Muhammad.
fun and ugly cartoons kind of thing. So they made the cartoon, and when they received the threats, even then they published the cartoon. So what happened was there was a blast on their office.
Oh my god.
In the magazine office, and many people died. So that happened. So I think it was related to
They were showing that one protest or something.
Might be that protest, and that might have forced them to censor everything. Because other than that, then people will life is more important, no? So if
obviously.
these things happen, so people are okay, let us censor it. It is better.
Yeah, and that was Virgin Mary.
That was also very bad.
Bad, how they can show this thing. I mean, for me, fun is fun, but you should have, that talent of not insulting someone on that extreme way.
But South Park is all about insulting everyone.
South Park is all about. Even when I was watching offensive things like Hinduism and all in Family Guy, I was still then he be they do this thing and it's normal for that. But now in South Park, it's very, even I am offended about this. How can they do this thing?
Yes, they are much levels above Family Guy, no? So what are your opinions about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share and
subscribe.
Bye.